I am 95 years old, and I'm going to tell you something most men take to their graves. We don't talk about this at the bar. We don't talk about it in locker rooms. And we almost never talk about it with our sons because it hurts too much. It hurts our pride. I look at the world today and I see men running after promotions, running after bigger houses, running to be somebody. We tell ourselves that if we bring home enough money, if we pay the bills, if we stand strong and don't complain, then we've done our job as men. I believed that lie for most of my life. I lived through the Great Depression. I survived wars. I worked with my hands for decades. By society's standards, I was a success, a good provider. But sitting here now, looking at the empty side of the bed, I know the truth. Bringing home a paycheck is not the same thing as bringing home love. And if you think paying the bills means you're doing enough, you may be building one of the biggest regrets in life without even knowing it. I was never a sentimental man. I grew up in a time where feelings were swallowed, not shared. Boys don't cry. Keep your head down. Work hard. Don't complain. That was my gospel. I worked at the auto plant for 40 years. Double shifts, overtime, holidays. I missed birthdays. I missed school plays. I missed the moments when my sons learned how to throw a ball. And every time I missed something, I told myself the same thing. I'm doing this for them. I called it sacrifice. I called it love. At 95, I see it clearly now. I wasn't a hero. I was absent. I traded my presence for a paycheck. The house is paid off. The money is there, but I have no one to share it with. My credibility doesn't come from my bank account. It comes from the silence in this room. The moment I lost my life didn't happen when I got old. It happened in 1985. My wife, Martha, she was the light of our home. She used to walk into the living room while I sat behind my newspaper. She'd wipe her hands on her apron and say, "Arthur, look at the sunset." Or, "Arthur, tell me about your day." And I wouldn't even look up. I'd grunt. I'd say, "Not now. I'm tired. I just want some peace." I thought I had earned that silence. I didn't realize she wasn't asking for my time. She was asking for me. She was knocking on the door of my heart, and I kept it locked, convinced that providing was enough. I was not prepared for the day the knocking stopped. It was a Tuesday, just an ordinary Tuesday. That morning I was in the garage fixing the lawnmower. The engine rattled. It annoyed me. Martha called from the porch, "Arthur, come, have coffee with me." "The birds are singing," I shouted back. "In a minute. I almost have this thing fixed." I didn't go in a minute. I stayed another hour because I thought fixing a machine was more important than sitting with my wife. When I finally walked inside, wiping grease from my hands, she was gone. A stroke, right there at the kitchen table. The coffee was still warm. I fixed the lawnmower though. I got that damn machine running perfectly, and now every time I see it, I hate it. I chose a machine over the last hour of my wife's life. That regret doesn't fade. It sits on your chest like a stone. Here's the truth that haunts me. I spent 40 years building a life for my family, but I never built a life with them. What nobody tells you about being a widower is that you don't just miss her voice. You miss the noise, the nagging, the small things you used to complain about. I would give anything to hear her ask me to take out the trash one more time. My sons Thomas and David, they're good men. They are 65 and 62 now. They have their own lives. They call on Sundays. They check on me. But they don't know me. When they visit, we talk about sports. weather, politics, not feelings. Because I never taught them how. I taught them how to change a tire. I taught them how to shake hands firmly. I taught them how to work, how to be strong. I never taught them how to say, I love you. Now there is a wall between us. A wall that I built brick by brick, paycheck by paycheck, and I am too old to tear it down now. You young men out there, I see you. I see you hustling. I see you grinding. You want to buy the big house. You want the promotion. You want to be the king of the castle. You tell yourself, I'll work hard now so we can enjoy life later. Let me tell you something. Later never comes. You think your wife wants a bigger diamond. You think she cares about the brand of the car. She wants you to look at her when she speaks. She wants you to hear her. You think your kids want expensive toys. They want you to get on the floor and wrestle with them. They don't want your money. They want your attention. I saved $1 million for retirement. I have a pension. I have investments. And I sit here in this expensive chair in this paid-off house, and I am the poorest man on earth. Because you cannot buy back the Tuesday mornings you spent in the garage. My biggest regret in life isn't the vacations we didn't take. It isn't the money I didn't make. It's the newspapers. It's the thousands of hours I spent hiding behind a newspaper or a TV screen, and now I see you doing it with your phones. I used the newspaper as a shield against intimacy. Because intimacy is scary for a man. It requires you to be open. It requires you to be vulnerable. So I hid. I hid behind important news. I hid behind being tired. And Martha, she sat right there on the other side of the paper, waiting for me to come out. She waited for 40 years, and I only came out from behind the wall when it was time to bury her. Don't use your phone as a shield. Don't use your work as a shield, because one day you will put the shield down and you will find that everyone has left the room. If I could go back to the man I was at 35, the man who thought paying the mortgage made him king, I would grab him by the collar. I would smash that newspaper out of his hand. I would look him in the eye and say, "You fool. The factory will replace you in a week. Your boss will forget your name in a month. But she is the only one who matters. She is the only witness to your life. Don't ignore her. But I can't go back. I can't warn him. I can only sit here and warn you. So here is my challenge to you. After watching this video, put the phone down. Put the work away. Go home tonight. Don't just walk through the door and ask what's for dinner. Don't just walk in and turn on the TV. Walk through the door, find your wife, find your kids, and actually look at them. Look at their faces. Listen to what they are saying, not just waiting for your turn to speak. Don't try to fix their problems. Just listen. Just be there. Because one day you will be the guy in the garage fixing the mower. And you will think you have time to go inside later, and you will be wrong. I talk to Martha every day now. I tell her about the news. I tell her about the sunset. I tell her all the things I was too tired to say when she was alive. She can't hear me, but your wife can still hear you. Your husband can still hear you. Your kids can still hear you. You still have the chance that I lost. Don't wait until you are 95 and talking to a picture frame. Be a man. Be present. That is the only success that counts. I just learned it too late. If this story stayed with you, don't rush to the next video. Sit with it for a moment. And if it reminded you of someone you love, someone you've been meaning to listen to more, maybe tonight is a good time to start. If you want to hear more stories like this from people who learned the hard way, you can subscribe to this channel. And if you're willing, leave a comment and tell me one small moment you don't want to miss anymore.